It's 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time on Wednesday, the 10th of June, 2009, and that means it's time for a live Frankiecast with your host, Isabel McGillicuddy. This is the live video blog dedicated to the self-proclaimed coolest cat in the world, 5.5-year-old gray male tabby, Frankie Johnson. And now, your host, Miss Isabel McGillicuddy. Filling in tonight for Miss Isabel McGillicuddy, Frankie's dad, Tom. Sorry about this, folks. Believe me, I'm more disappointed than you are. And hold on, before everyone gets disappointed and surfs away to another website, let me explain. First of all, this is truly the last time I will be hosting the live Frankiecast. Miss Isabel McGillicuddy will be here this coming Saturday night, the 13th of June, at 8 p.m. Central Time to host the live Frankiecast. She will be making her debut. Now, what happened? Why is Miss Isabel McGillicuddy once again not here to host the live Frankiecast? As you may know, Isabel became ill while touring the live Frankiecast studios this past Saturday for the first time. She developed a bad headache and some nausea. She went home. She couldn't answer the bell for her debut. Well, I have learned that what has happened is that when she got home to her loft apartment in downtown St. Louis where she lives, Isabel McGillicuddy took some Tylenol, an entire bottle of Tylenol, and she washed it down with some vodka. A quart bottle of vodka. Mac's not very happy about that, and neither am I. Now, Miss Isabel McGillicuddy, I have learned today, was hospitalized on Monday morning. By Monday at noon, she was on the list for an emergency liver transplant, and it was not looking good for Isabel McGillicuddy, for her survival, much less for her prospects of ever serving as host of the live Frankiecast. But tonight, I'm happy to say, just before we went live, we received some very good news indeed. It seems that at the Sunnyvale Meat Packing Plant and Slaughterhouse in Cheesequake, New Jersey, a worker was killed in a grisly decapitation today, and he was an enrolled organ donor. The liver has been tested. It is a match for Isabel McGillicuddy, and it's currently on its way to St. Mary's Hospital in St. Louis, packed in one of those little igloo coolers, Coleman igloo cooler, like you might carry a six-pack and a couple sandwiches to the beach or on a fishing trip or something. It's packed in dry ice, and it's on its way to St. Mary's Hospital, where Isabel's chief surgeon, Dr. Gilbert Glasscock, and his crack surgical team has scheduled an early morning surgery for 6 a.m. Tomorrow morning, and the liver will be installed in its new and rightful owner, Isabel McGillicuddy. Now, Frankie and I spoke to Isabel tonight just before we went on the air by conference call, and Isabel was in good spirits. She was looking forward to being on the mend, and she wanted me to apologize to the viewers for her inability to be here this evening, and she wanted me to assure you all that she will be here this coming Saturday, June the 13th, 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time, right here in the Frankiecast studios at this broadcast table to make her debut at long last as host of the live Frankiecast. Now, what happened? That's the question. Why did Isabel wash down an entire bottle of Tylenol with a quart of vodka? Well, I don't know the answer to that, but I have a theory. I think that what must have happened was when she got back to her apartment home there in downtown after having toured the Frankiecast studios, and the headache was excruciating. I think there must have been some type of emergency plumbing repair being carried out there at her loft apartment complex, where there was no running water. She only recently moved into the apartment. She may not have a lot of various beverages and liquids available yet. Perhaps the only thing she could find was this quart bottle of vodka So she used it to down a large quantity of extra strength Tylenol. Not recommended, by the way. Definitely not recommended by the American Liver Association. So there's that. And in a completely unrelated side note, we did get news just before going on air here tonight. There has been an important product recall. All 1 and 2 pound packages of frozen ground beef from the Sunnyvale Meatpacking Company in Cheesequake, New Jersey, date of packing June 10th, 2009, have been recalled. Once again, those 1 and 2 pound packages of frozen ground beef from the Sunnyvale Meatpacking plant in Cheesequake, New Jersey have been recalled. Please return them to your local grocer or place of purchase if you should come across them. You don't want to eat that. Thank you. All right, well, let's get on to some things Frankie-related and cat-related, as, of course, this is Frankie's live Frankiecast, after all, so it's devoted to Frankie and to all things cat. I suppose the most important thing going in Frankie's world right now is Simon, his one-eyed brother, did once again come out of the laundry room 2 days ago on Sunday for a supervised roam through the house. And, Frankie didn't witness it, quite frankly. He only witnessed the very beginning. Frankie is afraid of Simon. They did scrap before. They had a pretty good little tussle in which they knocked some fur out of one another. So when Simon came out and began patrolling, Frankie retreated to the upstairs. He hid under the bed in the upstairs master bedroom the entire time. Frankie stayed there silently while Simon roamed all around the house, exploring every last corner of the upstairs and downstairs. I think he was out for a good half hour. I escorted him with the squirt water bottle ready to escort anyone who started a fight. There were no fights, thank goodness. Now, at one point, Simon surprised Polly, one of my female cats, when Simon came around a corner upon her. She panicked, she hissed, she ran, which is a big mistake, by the way. If you're a cat and you encounter a potentially aggressive cat and you don't want to fight, don't run. Because my limited experience, anyway, is that running will incite a fight. They will incite a chase and a grab and a roll and a fight, and fur will fly. So don't run. Stand your ground, and that's my recommendation as a human to cats. Not a lot else going on in the pet world, at least as far as the pets will tell me. Tubby and Frankie are still starving to death. Simon is still starving to death. Penelope will barely eat anything other than, well, she will eat nothing other than gourmet salmon and shrimp fancy feast, and she does so very slowly. Mac the dog eats like a wolf as usual, despite his old age. His brand new clean teeth, I guess, have really encouraged him to dig right in when the food is placed before him. Who else do we have? So we have Polly, Penelope, we've talked about, Tubby, Frankie, Simon, Mac. I think that's it. I think we can put it to bed, as they say, and I know we all look forward to, at long last, I promise you, this Saturday, the 13th of June, 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Isabel McGillicuddy will be here, live in the Frankiecast studios, with her wearing her new liver. I know we all are looking forward to seeing that, and she'll be here to take over the show that Saturday. So once again, I've enjoyed doing this. It's been a pleasure. This is it, though, my last time, and as usual, I will be staying after for a live video chat right here on frankiejohnson.squarespace.com for anyone who may be interested in joining that. So thank you again, and as always, let's close out the show with a live Frankie feeding. So let me get ready for that, and thank you again. See you Saturday. Come on, Frank, you're about to go on the air. Here you go, pal. See if you like this kind. The tubby has to have something to do, of course. You can see it. By the way, I continue to say that Wednesday night show is at 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Of course, you all know it is not. I'm repeatedly making that mistake. Wednesday night shows are at 8:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time, unless Isabel changes the time and she takes over. But 8:30 p.m. Wednesday and 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time on Saturday evenings. Come on, finish up, Frank. Good night, everybody.